This was lesson 3. I did contour line, blind contour line in the other lessons. And when you did those drawings, they were very simple kinds of drawings, very basic drawings, just line studying objects very carefully. Now what we're going to do this time is we're going to work with what's called line quality. And that's what the line looks like, a variety of line, what that line looks like. And we're trying to establish what's called visual interest. And visual interest means that you want to hold the viewer's attention. You want your viewer to just continue to look at your work, and it has to be something that will, if you're an art show, for instance, you have a bunch of drawings around. You want people to come to your drawing and look at that drawing and talk about it and get involved with it so it holds their attention. And I've always said that, well, if you can get them to hold their attention long enough, you might get them to get their wallet out and maybe they might want to buy it and take it home. It's always helpful. Okay, so that's visual interest, and that's what you're trying to create in all art. You want something that's interesting. Doesn't matter if it's a painting or drawing or whatever it is. So we're trying to develop that. Now, to get some visually interesting drawings, I have to go with a piece of paper. Last time we were working with drawing our hand, and you draw your thumb with a single contour line and just use a pen, and you can see the line is all pretty much the same width. There's not much different kinds of line. It's all pretty much the same. And we also did some drawings last time, contour line drawings of leaves, and hopefully you've taken some time and found a few leaves and done a few drawings so that you have some practice skills. Now this time we're going to try to get some line quality in it. So we're trying to make this line more interesting so people will be interested in what you're doing. Okay, I use many things to create different lines. I use pieces of shingle, sticks like this. I use pens. Have a variety of pens, different kinds of pens, old type ones. I use brushes to create different kinds of lines. And then, of course, any kind of ballpoint pen, any kind of thing like that is going to create an interesting line. Okay, I think it's really interesting to do drawings of leaves by using sticks. Go out and get yourself some sticks. And if you're using sticks to do a drawing of a leaf, it's kind of natural. It's like the sticks and leaves, they know each other. So that works pretty good. So in order to do that, though, you're going to have a bottle of some kind of ink, like this. This one's here, just a little Higgins ink. And you're going to need a paper towel, trust me. And you take the end of that stick and you can break it off into whatever length you want. For instance, if you use the big end of a stick and you dip it in the ink and you make a line, it's going to make a certain thickness of line because of the width of it. You can see it's quite an interesting line already. And what I've learned is to twist and turn the stick, and so that it makes it kind of a nice line. You can use smaller ones, so you don't have to use ones that are quite that big. This one I just kind of ripped off, and it's got kind of a funny edge on it. And you can dip that in ink, and when you drag that across, it has its own character, its own quality. It's an interesting looking line. And if we use one of these sticks to do a contour line drawing of the leaf, you take the leaf and you set it on here. You start to draw it like this. You can see that it puts little extra lines in it. And it actually has kind of a natural look to it. Go in and put the lines in for the veins and stuff. But you can see it's quite different than this kind of a drawing. And it's much more varied, I think, and it's kind of fun. And then again, I said as I use the big end of the stick, I can take this one and do a drawing of the same leaf. And you can see that's going to be different. When you first get the ink out of the bottle, it's usually a little on the thick side. The line is usually kind of gooey, and so you can dip it, just touch it to a piece of paper towel or something. But you can see it has a lot of qualities to it. The line quality is quite different because of what I'm doing the drawing with. So sticks work pretty good for that. So that's one of the things I use. Other ways of making lines that I find are kind of nice besides that is you can create drawings by varying your line. You can use like dotted lines. So I could do a drawing of the leaf once again with dotted lines. And your eye connects the dots, so it does end up being a drawing, and you would be able to find it. So that dotted lines are good, and that's with the stick. It could be done with the pen, like this. Very small. You can see it has a very different kind of look to it than the other one. Okay. Another type of line that we can use is we can take a pen like this one, and we can do squiggly lines. With a small pen, or I can get a bigger pen, might be able to see it better. I'll get the big Sharpie out. And make your lines, instead of making it dotted like this, you make squiggly. You can make lines of X's around things. You can make zigzag lines around things. You can even draw this by using alphabet if you wanted to. You could go A, B, C, just keep going all around. But it still makes an interesting line. It's different to look at, and that's the whole idea. Can you get visual interest? Okay, so we were talking about line quality. And we were talking about visual interest, holding the viewer's attention in as many ways as you can. Other ways that I didn't talk about, you could use color lines. Those are interesting. Two colors is kind of fine. Or you can also take two pens or two pencils, which is interesting, put them together like this, and you can do double pattern lines. They're interesting to do a drawing with. So look around, find yourself some leaves, see if that works for you. You can do squash again, you can do your hand, your shoe, always do a drawing of your shoe, all trying to get different kinds of line quality. And also don't forget, if you want to, you can take a brush and do line drawings too. Brushes are great. I think they're fun to draw with. So you can use a brush too. So there's lots of ways that you can create line drawing and make line quality drawings, make them as interesting as you can, hold the viewer's attention, and hopefully they'll like your work enough to maybe take it home and hang it up. Okay, I think that's it for this time. I hope it works for you.